got this video right here. College. Let's see. Surviving college in Gen Z by our guy Chudi. We'll go Chudi. Surviving college in Gen Z. Let's see what's talking about.
College is a very interesting time in your life. Even though it only lasts 4 years, those are the special years that people can't stop talking about. Middle-aged adults will talk about the good old college days, and there's entire genres and TV shows that take place in a college setting. But whether or not university is worth the hype will depend on your experience. I mean, the place is filled with a bunch of young adults who got their newfound freedom without their parents, so what could possibly go wrong, right? Right? Everyone is usually defaulted to go to college either from their parents or because they don't know what else to do after high school. But those
Man. I'm going through that right now.
those years can
I'm going. I'm actually going. I'm thinking. Now I want to go. Now I want to go to college for the networking purposes and like actually see what it's talking about, bro. So I'm gonna go. I wonder, bro. Hopefully it's a good choice.
definitely change you. You can go into college a super geeked out loser and come out with a brand new friend group, 12 bodies, and a bad itch down there that needs to be checked out. Or you can also come into college full of life and come out of it with no friends, no job, and broke as hell in debt. But no matter how good or bad it was, college is a memorable experience. I remember my freshman year of college like it was yesterday. I walked into my class like a lost puppy, bro. I was walking to the wrong buildings, getting lost around campus. You could tell I was a freshman from the way I was walking. But at least I wasn't a minority. I was just another one of the thousands of freshmen lost during the first days of school. That's what made it special. It was a fresh slate again after high school, and everyone else had the same mindset, being full of energy and being super inviting. I don't know how to describe it, but like you could talk to someone in class for 5 minutes, ask them how their day, what's their major, and all of a sudden your best friend's doing side quests with them in the city. The one class in particular that stood out was my theater course. College requires you to take a bunch of filler courses that aren't related to your major as a requirement, and I needed—
Why? That's one thing about college. I'm like, bro, why am I relearning things that I already took all this class time, sat for a full year, just to only get let's only get 3 times the credits that I already did work for. Because I ain't gonna lie, pre-calculus is one thing I will never take again. I don't care what it is. I'm not taking it again. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not retaking that again.
to fill in something related to art. So I was scrolling down the list of classes for the semester and I saw the theater class and it matched my schedule. So I thought, fuck it, I'll take it. And after experiencing that, I gotta say, I do understand why the theater kids are a bit weird, because the stuff we did in that class was really embarrassing watching from the outside. One activity we did was just scream as loud as we can as like an icebreaker. The point was to express yourself and not be embarrassed, and it's helpful for that class in particular, but that needs to be kept within the classroom. I better not see no one doing that in public. Anyway, because theater was so expressive, the entire class bonded with each other. We hung out outside of school, we got group photos together, and looking back on my camera roll, I was getting fluffy pancakes with an international girl from Korea and another guy I just met. We organized a group trip to karaoke. 2 of those people became best friends from this class. But that's a once-in-a-lifetime college experience that I know I won't ever get again. I would speak more on it, but that theater class might deserve a video on its own, so comment watermelon if you want to see that. The biggest thing to keep in mind about university is to balance a good social life with academics. Because if you spend too much time in college going to VSA and social clubs, you're gonna get hit with the hard reality with the 10% on your midterm. College professors and teachers were different in the way that college professors just didn't give a fuck. Unless there's an attendance policy, they couldn't care less about you being in class, and they'll be happy serving you an F as your final grade. You can tell when the professor teaches for the actual passion or because it's a job.
Alright guys, here's the syllabus. I'm not here to waste your time, you're not here to waste my time. This class is only once a week for 1 hour, and you got me fucked up if I'm spending another
hour-long classes?
single minute in this classroom.
Yeah, they be saying professors don't really care. Like, instead of a teacher always having to attend to you, if you don't say something to your professor, good. They got no problem failing you. So sure, we gonna see.
Will you be available through email?
Fuck no. Don't message me, don't call me, don't email me. Everything you need is on the slides I posted. If you got a question, the answer will be on there.
Like, some of these professors are a little too casual. You can deadass be driving 40 minutes, swerving through traffic trying to get to your lecture, just to get a notification that the professor canceled it last minute because they felt like it. The stuff that teachers said would never slide in college, it will. There's a mutual understanding that you're an adult and you're responsible for keeping yourself on track, so it's your choice to go on Clash Royale in the back of the lecture hall. Most of your workload will depend on what you're studying, so it's a good idea to look into what major might be the best fit in terms of your work, life, and interests. Choosing a major is very important, but for some reason, people have zero thought in picking their major. You're expected to come out with a degree that can get you a job on what you studied, and there are too many students that have no idea what they're doing. Yo, bro, what's your major?
Business.
Oh, nice. Why'd you choose that major?
Honestly, I didn't know what to do, and yeah, I didn't know what to do.
Coming from a business major, that's probably going to be the answer you hear from half these business students. It's kind of insane how people spend less time picking their major than they do picking their outfits for school. At least I did my research because I was finding out engineering was going to make you age like milk, arts major is going to make you homeless, business, you draw stick figures and doodles. That sounded like the best option for me.
If you go to college for art, gang, go ahead and drop out. Go ahead and drop out, fam, because art, man, going to college for art is one of the most insane things you could ever do. I'm sorry. You going think about it. You're gonna place yourself in debt just to draw on a piece of paper. Like, that sounds pretty bad if you ask me, bro.
So I was a business major with a concentration in information systems, which means business with specialization in a little bit of tech and code. I chose it from a tier list video I watched way back, but it might be outdated because of the AI updates. Because at this point, people be spending 4 whole years studying something just to get replaced by Siri when they enter the workforce. But you don't gotta worry about that until you're an upper.
That's what I was trying to explain, but nobody wanted to listen, so I don't know. I'm gonna go into cybersecurity and AI because I'm gonna always have a job. So that's probably what made me realize, okay, I can't go, because if I study that, I'm gonna always be guaranteed somewhere.
Classmen. The most hyped up thing about college is the parties.
You won't ever catch unless the bro. I ain't gonna lie, that's how I be, bro. To be honest. If the bros don't say come outside, I'm not going outside. That's literally it. Even the thing we doing today, it's my first time planning something like this, bro. Like, I mean, yeah, but art ain't it.
all the stuff that goes on in movies and social media, and unfortunately I have to be the one to say that it's overrated as hell. I didn't experience any parties during the first 2 years because I was that type of guy who didn't start drinking till I was 21, but the first party I went to was hosted by a friend I met from theater class. I went there sober with my friend, and it was just a bunch of people jumping up and down over music blasting my eardrums. It was a cool experience, but nothing close to my expectations. That was until I hit my 21st birthday. I was introduced to the golden liquid known as Jägermeister. I popped open the bottle and I took my first sip. And it tasted like straight up hand sanitizer. What the fuck? How do people get addicted to this poison? Then the drunkenness hit and everything got better. But alcohol might be a requirement to fully enjoy a college party. Not that you can't have fun sober, but when there's like 30 sweaty guys and girls dancing to some 2012 throwback, having something in your system makes that experience feel a whole lot better. You gotta let yourself loose and be a chud when you're there. Partying is a degenerate activity, and you're not gonna have fun if you're constantly thinking about how it's not good for you and how it's gonna ruin your sleep schedule. It's like how you wouldn't enjoy a burger if you're thinking about the health and nutrition. You gotta let yourself enjoy the taste of that juicy burger without counting the calories. I used to have a very negative perception about parties, but I've grown to understand it more. Most of the time, people host parties after something stressful like finals or midterms, and it's a way to de-stress from other problems in your life. A lot of the memorable experiences happen here. Like, I'm not gonna remember the times where I stayed home studying for my marketing exam. I'm gonna remember the times where we get drunk and drag my homeboys 2 miles back home. I think it's something that everyone should try and experience at least once. It opened up my mind on a lot of things, like how being able to detach yourself from the other worries in your life is a skill. Not being embarrassed doing some cringe dance is a skill. But also, It made me realize how people in college were unfaithful as hell. Cause dudes with loving girlfriends straight up be grinding on other girls, and then you hear these crazy stories hooking up with random people they just met a few minutes ago, and you realize, oh shit, apparently that's normal. I mean, college will literally hand out free condoms but charge you money to print something out.
What? Cap. No. There's no way they do that. There's no way they do that. There's no way. Nah, it's not. So they have a section of yo, no. That's the crazy. Nah, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. That's cap. That might have been his college. There's no way every college does that.
Out of the library. So they're pretty much telling us that it's more important to get a nut off than complete your assignment. It's pretty hard to explain. There are some of my friends that are very tapped out of those settings and they can't really comprehend all the college hookup stuff that happens here. I established this belief where I think partying is something you should avoid if you have a partner, or at least your partner should be with you. Like, I can say I'm the most loyal boyfriend of all time. If I'm at a party, there's gonna be booty ass naked girls over there. I do not see myself in this environment if I'm dating someone. My imaginary girlfriend would not be comfortable with that. College does have its pros and cons with the cost, the community, and what you learn there, and you will learn a lot more about yourself throughout the 4 years. I'm not talking about what you read in the textbook, I'm talking about how you end up navigating your life, handling situations in this type of environment. Cause college is low-key a scam when you only look at what you gain from its courses, but it will shape your work ethic, your relationship values, and your friendships. The most valuable thing you get out of college is not the knowledge you learn from the professors or that degree. The greatest value comes from the networking and friends and experience. It's just a unique spot to be at when you're thrown in a spot with everybody else being young adults experiencing the same thing. I know it's corny to say, but some memories will be unforgettable here. I spent a big chunk of my sophomore and junior year filling up my schedule with work and school, which I should have really capitalized on the social aspects of university. That's one of my regrets, but hey, it is what it is. And whether you love it or hate it, you will come out of college a different person, and probably a lot more broke than you already were. Anyway, like and subscribe. Thank you guys if you made it this far into the video.
Man. The government. It's always the damn government, man. What happened to my chat? I ain't gonna lie, I gotta fix my... There's a lot of things going wrong with this right now. Well, that's crazy.